What is up, guys? We're live. This is my buddy Orc and I. We're going to be doing a commentary for Paranormal Activity, the original. And hopefully we can do at least most of these movies, the commentary for eventually. I'd like to.
Yeah, should be
But,
dank, you know?
but yeah, if you'd like to watch along with us, it's over on Prime, and it's like 4 or 5 places streaming for free online, so you can probably find it somewhere. But we have one viewer, so we'll go ahead and let that person get synced up. We are um, right when the movie starts. Our time codes are kind of off a little bit, but just right when the movie starts and after the words show up, that's where we're going to start this. So give everybody just a minute to get synced up. And yeah, you ready to go?
I'm good to go.
All right, cool. We'll start our players in 3, 2, 1, play. Rock music
Gonna turn
playing.
the volume down a decent amount so it doesn't mess up the stream. He's
I
in the
think I've
mirror,
got
right? Now they're showing the stairs, roughly.
yeah.
Okay, all right, we're good. We're Gucci gang. Spend 10 racks on new chain.
And I saw that you posted on Twitter today, or you retweeted or whatever. Some Gucci gang shit.
Takashi 69 Kobayashi. Yeah. I'm just gonna kill the volume. I know most of the dialogue from this movie, even though I actually haven't seen this. Did this come out in 07 or 08? I can't remember.
7.
7. Okay, yeah. So the year basically it was the fall I got out of high school or the summer. So yeah.
Coming up on the 10-year anniversary. Or hell, we already passed it. Wow.
Yep. 11 year right now.
It's crazy.
That's insane when you think about it, man. Like these movies though, like I'm glad we'll watch them all in one way or another. Eventually, hopefully before Christmas, with me slacking mainly and being a douche, not you at all for the most part. But yeah, these movies. What is there? 6 of them, including the last one with like the spirit, and then the fifth one was the Spanish family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all 6, I love them, man. I mean, for just like cheap ass horror movies, which obviously the budget there's more got put in as they went along, but like I fucking love them. Especially seeing this one when like you knew it had a Blair Witch kind of vibe back in the
Yeah.
day, but in '07 it was like you didn't know what you were getting into, and especially everyone knows the ending, which we'll get to, but like. Just when shit starts going down, you're like, oh look, they're having so much fun, and like fucking frying pans and Gordon Ramsay's throwing shit around, and you're like, what's going on? But
Yeah.
yeah,
It was like right in the start of that shot on video style found footage. Before it was done to death. I remember this movie came out, and then it was so much buzz about it. You mentioned it earlier that you had to request it to come to your town or something like that.
yeah. You had to just like it said like requested on like a bunch of MySpace things when like
Right.
Facebook was around, but MySpace was the main thing.
MySpace was the shit.
Yeah. Like I don't know, I think everyone stopped using MySpace in like maybe like 2010, but like from like I don't know, like 2005 to 2010 it was king before like Fox bought it, and then Tom ran out with like $1 million and like put it all in a savings account. It's like however much they paid him.
Yeah, I stopped using MySpace in probably like '07.
The funniest thing is the site's still up and like you can still log into your old ass account.
Yeah.
Like I did that like 3 years ago and I was like, whoa, still like I have like a shitty like drowning pool song playing. It's like that's the buddies. Uh, yeah, man, it's just funny how Tom went after the high school audience and movie related, obviously, but we're gonna be here for an hour and a half. But how he went after that, and then Zuckerberg went after like college students and like everybody else, and then has like a bajillion people, like a billion
Yeah.
people.
I know. I went and saw this at my local theater, and there was still like a lot of, I guess, urban legend saying that they had some sort of machine at the front of the theater that would make you feel really scared, like some sort of like really big subwoofers or something that would like make you feel a certain way. Do you remember any of that?
Oh yeah, a little bit, kind of like old school Jaws style, even though I wasn't around for that. But
It wasn't. I mean, I
no,
don't think it was true, but I mean that's what I heard. So that's when I had to go see it. I went and saw it by myself actually, like during a
yeah,
work
my
day.
theater didn't have it. Yeah, I saw it by myself as well because it was weird when I was living in Colorado. Like when I saw a lot of movies in the let's just call it the 2000s, 2000 to 2010. Um, like my dad was like, "Fuck these movies." He didn't say that obviously, but he's like, he just hates horror. And then like
Oh,
all
right.
my friends were the same way. Like I had like four good high school friends, and they're like, "Nope, we're not seeing that." Like I remember I pulled them into like one of them I pulled into the greatest horror movie of all time, The Right with Anthony Hopkins, and then we got out, and I was like, "I'm so sorry." Like, and then I did the same thing with Scream 4, and I actually like Scream 4, but I was like,
Yeah.
it's not what it used to be. I'm sorry. Like I oh for 2 right now. This is not good. But yeah.
Yeah, I like both those movies actually. Okay.
The Right is okay. I really like Scream just because I like that franchise a lot.
Scream 4 is better than Scream 3, man.
I'd agree with that. I'd honestly the first two classics, especially the first one at this point.
Yeah, Scream 2 is like watchable, but I don't like Scream 3 at all. It's I tried to watch all three when Scream 4 came out, and I couldn't make it through part three. But I've never been the biggest fan of that series anyway, that franchise.
I'm glad it brought it back, like a lot of people and like James Rolfe said, but like yeah, I've never been huge. I just remember probably more than what the movie made, people buying the Halloween mask or the stone one that Scary Movie
Right.
had. Like everybody and their mom had that for Halloween. Like when I was in middle school. Yeah.
You know, it's weird. I remember that mask before the movie came out. That Scream mask that they used,
Mhm.
but it was like really stupid. Like I always hated it. Then the movie came out, and then of course it was even bigger than before because it's based on the painting, right? The Scream painting.
The Van Gogh painting, I think. Is it Van Gogh or is it like Da Vinci?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
it's
One of
Van
the,
Gogh. I can't remember who it is. So I should know that, but I don't remember.
yeah, I don't know the artist or the actual. It's like the Scream or something.
Yeah.
I remember, but everyone's seen it. I'm not a fucking art major. I don't fucking know.
I wonder what that guy was
But
smoking to paint that shit, man.
yeah, you look
Some
at a lot.
freaky
You just
shit.
look at like shit in like Italy, like all the stuff like all the Ninja Turtles did. It's like damn, these guys must have been on some really good like mind altering fucking Kindle medicine and like all this shit.
Put
But
on uh, some of that absinthe.
yeah, that Zeus LSD.
All right. So now this is one of the parts of the movie that I mean, it's just like in the very beginning, like you're not comfortable, and them doing the night shit, which is so like unrealistic, but man, it
Just
works so well in this
remember
movie.
the teacher go back in time and like you see like you know this like fucked up shit's gonna go down in this movie and it's just like night one and you're like oh
Yeah,
fuck it's gonna be one of those movies and yeah
yeah, we'll get there, man, but it's some freaky shit, and it happens at night.
yeah
That's what I
the
love
last
about this movie. It takes like all the really scary shit that demons and stuff you've heard about, and it puts it in this movie. Like it doesn't
now
pull
the
any punches.
The Exorcist is dated but it's still like really really good, obviously one of the greatest horror movies of all time, but this was like I don't know, The Exorcist for like a new generation, and then you have
Exactly.
like The Exorcism of Emily Rose, that was pretty good. I really liked the second one sucked ass, but the last Exorcism, the second one was horrible, but the first one was actually pretty like enjoyable, I
Mhm.
thought. Mm,
Well, I feel like every possession movie after The Exorcist was kind of a ripoff of The Exorcist.
That's hilarious. I just heard what you're saying and I agree 100%, but CoinNet. So the guy who probably shot this movie had like 100 Bitcoin, and those are like $1,500 a piece now.
Oh, is that's Bitcoin, huh?
I'm not sure, but I think CoinNet. I'm sure it's some kind of crypto. Fucking, and this was 11 years ago. I know some guy who has a friend, one of these stories, but Ethereum, which is like the second biggest, and they're like 450, 500 right now a coin, and he bought like I think 1,000 of them for $1 a piece, like way back in the day. It's just nuts.
Oh yeah, I've heard lots of stories about people getting in when they were super cheap.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see, with all the other crazy shit going on in life, but like whether that's gonna be like completely like worthless or it's gonna skyrocket, no one knows.
Yeah, it's still kind of hard for me to even wrap my head around the concept, but we could talk about that later.
Yeah. We just saw the pool. That's a fun thing in all the movies.
Oh, the pool part two, man. Oh,
Yeah,
part two is my favorite, by the way.
really. I've only seen all these probably a few times, but I haven't seen this one in a while. But does two have like the pool cleaner and it like gets lifted up and yeah. Three is cool. I love that was like one of the few prequels
Yes,
that I really enjoyed. Um,
actually, three may be my favorite. I love three so much.
yeah,
I love
he's got
two.
all the he's got all the VHS shit, so it's like
Yeah,
that
it's very unrealistic, but that he would
it's
just be
the
recording
yeah
so much VHS.
yeah. The two things I remember that got me the most with this movie is, I believe it's in this one, is when he does like the search or something for like what it means or like what they're looking for.
Yeah.
That was scary as fuck. Like, because you're just like you're waiting for something to like crazy to happen, and then of course the ending. But like, literally, I think what is this, like an hour and a half, hour 28 minutes. The
Yeah.
last 30 minutes is just like I remember not breathing in the theater. I was like, okay,
Hmm.
we have to breathe. Or we gotta breathe here. You have a lot of caffeine in your system. You're gonna fucking die if you don't exhale. But yeah, it was just good seeing another movie do this well, which like basically set the standard, and this was 8 years later. So that's the best thing about horror, man. People, it's like, oh, it's stupid because there's guys in masks and fucking women tripping over, and blah blah blah, LGBT sandwiches for everyone, and it's sex and titties. Like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. You want to look at good horror? Like, look at the budget of Halloween, Paranormal Activity, Blair Witch Project, Friday the 13th, even The Exorcist for the most part. I mean, they all have shit budget. Jaws, everything goes wrong, and the budget is dog shit, and it's like the summer blockbuster movie. That's what I love about horror the most.
Yeah, I was watching. I watched all the Jaws films recently with my kids, and they loved them, by the way. But we saw, like the budget goes up, exponentially, like with every installment. Like Jaws, I forget the budget, but I know Jaws 2 was like three times that.
Yeah,
So
one is arguably the greatest horror movie of all time. Two is a really good slasher type movie. Three is just like meh. I don't love it. I don't hate it. And then four is so bad that I love it. It's
and
I don't even like calling films guilty pleasures, but four is such a shit show. Like
yeah,
even the video game where you're trying to like use the front of the boat to like, it's just like it's so bad it's good. It's like, oh, you're in like New England somewhere, and then it tracked you all the way in the Bahamas. He's back with a vengeance.
so,
Skynet Jaws.
so there's a Jaws the Revenge video game.
Yeah, there's some video game where you have. I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah, where you take like the front of the boat and like you have to. It might have been on Genesis.
Okay.
Some kind of game. Maybe it was like PC or something. I don't remember, but there's some type of thing where you have to like drive the front of the boat into Jaws, or it might just be I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, I remember the first game, which was pretty shitty, where you're just like the scuba diver guy for the longest time.
Yeah.
It was one of those games. Like it was like Friday the 13th to me, in that you played it for the longest time before you actually saw Jaws. You know,
Yeah.
you're fighting bats and fish and stuff.
Speaking of Friday the 13th, we got a lot of time to meme on this movie.
Yeah.
But
R.I.P.
you know, blessed, hashtag blessed to be here. Blessed to be here. But what was I gonna say? Oh, Friday the 13th. So that first game, the NES one, like, is such a piece of dog shit, but like it has like redeeming qualities just for like diehard fans like us. And then the new game comes out and it had a good year, but I'm kind of annoyed that that's over. At least we had a one good year while they lied to us.
Well, I think the worst thing about that whole deal is how they were stringing people along, um, saying that there was all this like cool content coming, knowing that that was all bullshit.
Yeah,
You
it's one
know,
thing if you leech people for DLC, but like knowing, just lying. I mean, I guess money runs everything, but that's pretty shitty. Fuck Gun Media and Ilphonic. Fuck them both. Fucking shit companies.
it's they were. I know they were shitting on me for being mad that the DLC was like weeks late and not even what they promised. And
Yeah, yo, mustache guy, if you're watching this, fuck you. Like real talk. Like go fuck yourself.
Mustache Man.
Guys who developed the game, Ilphonic, not a big fan, but you did as good as a job probably with the budget that you had before you started raking in money, but West mustache guy, fucking, you're a douche. Just want to let you know that. And your next game is gonna suck. And I'm gonna tell everyone not to buy it, whatever the fuck the next Gun Media game is. I hope it's Halloween too,
They've been
just for the
working on
one.
it for like what, a year and a half now.
It's gonna be like Call of Battlefield 5 or some shit. I don't fucking know.
It's going to be some indie shit that you never even hear about.
That's see, and they took a franchise that was well known, and that's why, like the guys coming in, I guess, just to get back to the movie for a sec, like uh this guy's like just like looking at paranormal shit or just like inspecting the house or what's he doing again?
He's like a healist, or I forget his term, or like he's not a ghost hunter, but just like I feel like one of these guys that shows up with crystals and shit, and like, I'm going to take the negative energy out of here.
Yeah.
And I think he gets the shit scared out of him eventually, and he leaves and won't even call him back.
Yeah, it's like, you guys are white, you shouldn't be living on an Indian burial ground. We've seen this before. I've lived my life. I'm old. I got gray hair. Fuck you guys. I'm out.
This is a seems like a very token thing that paranormal movies do when you bring in the specialists. Like, man, I heard some noises and shit. Then they come over and it just gets worse after that point.
Yeah, yeah. One of my favorites, and I can't even find the clip, which sucks, but it's literally fuck. What is the movie called? J.K. Simmons is this guy who's in the brown, like, nice coat,
Uh,
and I think it's Dark Skies or something. It's an alien abduction movie, and it came out like 5 years ago.
oh yeah, yeah,
And yeah, and he's like this guy, but like obviously a way better actor. And he's like, they're like, oh my God, what happens? Because we've seen them and we know they're coming, and what are they gonna do to our kids? And he's like, they will come and they will take you. And then like it just has like a pause, and it's just like the way he delivers the line is just fucking amazing. He's like, they're gonna come and they're gonna take you, and it's just like, whoa. But and he like it's way more, like way more script than this. But like he checks behind the guy's ear and all that stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, that movie's okay. But J.K. Simmons literally just makes the movie worth watching just for his like
Right.
5 minute scene. Yeah, not my tempo, bitch.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Skies or Whiplash?
Skies.
Yeah. But that's going back since we addressed the nothingness that's going on before this guy flips out. I was like, fuck these motherfuckers. These guys are
Yes.
white ass people are crazy. But
You white motherfuckers are crazy.
oh, I'm white too. You guys are fucking insane. Fucking young stupid kids. But like Super Meat Boy, like that's why I love the documentary Indie Game. Like those
Yeah.
guys, like the dude was like insulin up as a motherfucker, like ready to kill himself in North Carolina. The other guy was in California, like
Yeah.
they're like on like welfare and shit, and then they just hit it big, and they're like, everybody gets a car, woo! So I really like the two guys who made Super Meat Boy, and they're really cool on Twitter
Mhm.
and all that shit. But
And they seem really genuine.
yeah, yeah. Edward McMullen, and I forgot. I think Tommy Refines or something is the other guy. But yeah. Oh shit, it's a dog.
Don't leave me alone.
So like, you guys trying to watch a movie, but like,
Doing something.
fucking give me some fucking bacon bits, bitch. What's up? Bacon strips, sorry. But
See,
uh,
I think this, Jonah taunting the entity the whole time is it's kind of like karma,
yeah, for sure. Um,
Especially when he shows up with the Ouija board, man. It's like fuck you, dude. You bring a Ouija
well,
board to my
also
house, you're not invited.
like 2000, 99, 2000, 2001 is a Space Odyssey, Kappa. No, I'm just kidding. But like that's when DSL was getting big here in America, in North America in general. But like with Blair Witch, you didn't have no one knew if it was true and they couldn't research it. But like this was when like I think '07, pretty much everyone had internet who wasn't like weird, and like even if it was like satellite or something, everyone was connected on MySpace, and so it was cool to
Right,
see like a movie with Blair Witch's style come out, but with everyone talking on like. I mean, forums were still kind of big, but they were kind of dying at that point. They were mainly big from like 2000 to 2005 ish, and even before there in the late 90s. But yeah, it was cool to have people talk about it, and then really no film has done it the same since this movie,
right,
Shut the Doors. Like you're way more of a established horror guy than me, but like now it's just like, oh, The Witch was good, or or It Follows was good, and you're just like Babadook, and you just you trust certain people, and you value their opinions, but like it's not like when this movie came out where it was like, oh my god, there's like a fucking pillowcase moving and shit.
yeah,
Oh, what's happening?
yeah, yeah. With Blair Witch, that was the whole thing behind it. I think that's why it made so much money because people thought it was real. I thought it was real.
Yeah,
The MTV did a whole special on, the whole thing, acting like it was real. Playing up the missing people aspect and stuff. It freaked me the fuck out, man. It's not like I could just get on my phone and is the
yeah.
Blair Witch real? Hey Siri,
Back
Siri.
back then, even with 128K, it was like, what, is the Blair Witch real? So you type that in, it would take like fucking 15 seconds just to type that in because PCs were slow as fuck with like, dude, you're getting a piece of shit Dell, and then like, um, just to load the web page, like motherfuckers don't know the struggle, especially with like porn. It would just be like, oh, I see it did, and then you know, let's keep this PG. But,
Man, she's packing some heat, man.
yep.
I can't believe we haven't stated that before.
I think the guy's a pretty sexy fellow myself. We'll keep it all LGBT neutral here. But
Uh,
yeah, she's one of those actresses that's like she's not like holy fuck. She's like, I don't know, Pamela Anderson status, but she's pretty cute. Like fuck, I wouldn't even think twice about dating her if she wasn't a complete fucking psycho bitch.
oh,
Uh, you
sure.
know, like just in IRL, but that's not really related. But yeah. And I don't really know where these actors are currently and their careers or if they're still acting and stuff, but like it kind of kills me like when like people from like Kevin Bacon, Friday the 13th, Renee Zellweger, Matthew McConaughey from Next Generation, and just anyone who's 99% of the time it gets started with horror, and
Yeah.
they're just like, oh nope, I wasn't in that shit, and it's like, dude, yeah, you were in the fucking movie, and I would be like, oh man, I didn't know how to act back then, and like it was fucking a shitty performance by me, but I'd be like, that was fucking awesome. Like if I was Kevin Bacon, I'd be like, watch Tremors and Friday the 13th. Fuck Footloose. That fucking Movie sucks, anyways. But yeah,
Um, yeah, she's done other stuff. I think she's done a few other horror movies that I've seen. I know she did what at least three of these. So in smaller roles.
did she do fucking fly? God damn it! Did she do one, two, and four?
She
Was
may
there?
have been in three, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in four. Like, I mean, just a little, a small shot here or there.
I love it in these movies they have all this satanic shit and I'm not really atheist, but I just don't really believe anything and I don't like really like have anything against religions, but all this like satanic shit is really like creepy, especially
Hey,
when you're in a theater and some chick is about to like scream at the top of her lungs
right,
and you're like
right.
clenching on yourself. You're like, okay, I'm
Well,
gonna spill this bitch. Yeah,
even
okay.
if you don't believe it, it's still creepy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's funny. Like I respect religions and all that shit, and I guess I'd be considered as an atheist, but like when you go to films like this, it's like you give me like Stephen King said once. He's like I don't know, one of his movies. He was like there was like two black dudes and they were in the theater, and then he was like, I knew the movie was gonna sell well when the other guy was like, she ain't never gonna be right. Fuck this bitch. And then he's like, and then there's like one guy and he was like punching the other guy on the arm, and he's like, that's when it knew. That's when I knew this movie was gonna do well. Or I think it was like Pet Cemetery, like when the kid cuts the guy's Achilles or something. But um, yeah, it's just that's the funniest thing too with horror movies is you go to the theater and you see guys and they're like these buff ass motherfuckers who are like concealed carrying and they're with their girls and then they're more scared than they are or just as scared as they are and it's just like but I'm not talking shit because I'm scared as fuck too when I see these movies.
Yeah, I don't care. That's the purpose of these movies. That's why I like to
Movies
see
like
them.
yeah, movies like this and Insidious and The Conjuring, like I don't even like seeing them to be honest in the theater because the images are scary and they fuck with your mind, but the sound system, oh my god, Dolby
Yeah.
5 million, whatever the hell they have, just in a regular theater, not even like an epic one. Oh my god, like especially Insidious, the violins, like I don't even know if I can hear the same after that movie. Tip through my fucking tulips and make me deaf.
All right. What are we
Oh,
night five now? Let's see what happens. See, I can't hear it, so it's not as powerful.
yeah. We get to experience true shaky cam with no. Yeah, she does have a nice rack. Pretty
Uh
nice.
huh.
Anyways, the last drive-in was good, but I think the door slams here if I remember correctly, like 12 years ago, but I'm not sure.
Oh, it's slammed downstairs. That's even worse. Ugh.
Yeah. Dude, having a house out in the middle of the sticks, like I live in a pretty like kind of close neighborhood right now. But dude, when I lived in Colorado and even upstate New York, like every house it was like, you know, like a quarter of a mile to the next person's house. So when you
Right.
see like the fourth kind, you're like, okay, I'm locking all the windows. Especially the Strangers. Oh, that was great. Strangers came out. I remember the same week as the first Iron Man, and I was like, "Fucking, if I hear anything, like I locked like every door. There's like three doors in my bedroom into the bathroom and stuff. I was like, and I'm like a heavy sleeper too, but I was like,
Yeah.
fuck this. I think she does it in this movie, and we'll get to it. But the part where she like stands over him when she's sleeping, I'm like, this
Yes, she
bitch,
does that. Oh, yes, she
get a
does.
divorce, 50.
That I think that may creep me out more than anything else.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like I've had a few girlfriends in the past, but like being in like a serious relationship, like hardcore, and then like I don't know, just something going wrong. Like we know someone and some shit went down that wasn't like this, but just a crazy situation. And That's got to be scary as fuck, dude, because it's like the person you trust the most.
I'm like, they don't remember doing it either. Like, what
Yeah.
are you talking about? Like, here's you standing over me for like 8 hours.
You had a Michael Myers Gordon Ramsay
Yeah.
knife and you were gonna cut my testicles off. I don't remember that. Let's go to the botanical gardens. Okay,
You had
yeah.
a Kitchen Nightmares hat on.
It's fucking wrong. Baby, don't talk about my penis like that, okay? Come on. But yeah. I don't know, but I'm there with you. I'm our boy Cole, our Canadian homie. He's not a fan of found footage. I like most of them, man. Like even the new Blair Witch, I know it's a piece of shit movie. I like it. It's not amazing, but I think it's an okay horror film. And the Sasquatch movie, I think it's just called like Bigfoot or something like that. Literally nothing happens into it, but I think just the way they filmed it and the atmosphere was like really good. Um,
Um, the one by
Boggy
Bobcat.
Creek, was it
Oh, Boggy Creek, the old one.
Willow Creek, right?
Willow
Wasn't it Willow?
Creek. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the worst thing about knowing someone who has like kind of a like legit size house, like not a mansion, but just like a place with a lot of rooms and shit. And
Yeah.
yeah, just like stairway. It's just like man.
I'll be 100% honest with you, man. I would not be in this place at this time right now.
Yeah, like my mom is like,
But
and I've had other friends who are like, that's cool, we might see like ghosts and spirits, and I'm like, I don't want to see that shit. I'll fucking come down to the south and attend a church fucking mass and just be like, where did he touch you, orc? Oh,
he just went and was like, "You ain't got nothing, demon. You ain't got shit." Like,
yeah,
why would you do that? That's I've always told my wife, like, the second she says like shit's going down, movies are always like, "What are you talking about? Calm down." Like, if
yeah.
either of us ever do that to each other, it's like fucking on. Like, we're not asking any questions. We're getting the
It's
fuck
it's
out.
fucking on. You're like, I got the kids. Let's get the fuck out of
Like,
here.
we've got a fucking like word. Like, we're going. Like, we're not
Yeah,
playing this. Wait, I'm gonna ask you 1,000 questions first.
yeah. I guess at that point you would just pay like a paranormal guy and a priest to just live in your house for a week and see if they die or something. Like, I don't know.
I don't know what
I'm
I don't
I'm
know
just
what you
kidding. I
do.
wouldn't want to, but yeah.
I don't know what I would do. But see, I don't
Yeah,
even know what
man.
happened. I got some noise or something.
Yeah. I think you banged the wall or something or
The
something
chandelier,
like.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I would get the fuck out of this place.
yeah. Especially like if it was moving a little bit, it could just be like, okay, there's some wind, but
Fuck
that
that.
much, fuck that,
Like, you
dude.
can't be. I mean, what else could it be? An earthquake? But the house didn't shake.
Dude, I love the all six of these movies. Some more than the others. I don't know how I would rank them currently right now. I'd have to go on like Letterbox or some shit. But right when it goes to night and you see the clock ticking and it's like 7:01 p.m., but it's like dark because it's like the middle of winter or
Right.
something. That's what I'm like. Oh, yep. I'm gonna take my breaths, choose wisely to breathe. In these situations.
Oh man.
And like I said, you said she's still acting. I don't know where the fuck the dude is, nor does it matter because we like tits. No, I'm just kidding. But uh, I think both these two, and there's like what like two or three other people come to the house, but the main couple they do a
Yeah.
phenomenal job, especially for what they probably got paid like 10 grand a piece, maybe 20 or some shit, like just like nothing. I think this cost like six figures to make, didn't it? Like 100K.
Yeah. Was it even that? Yeah, it was like 100.
Yeah.
I think the reshoots they did at the end. I think Spielberg watched it and told him to go a different direction with the ending.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Spielberg was he got involved with them before it hit theaters.
I think he just like did them a solid by watching it and saw what he thought, and he asked, he told him to like less is more type, at the end,
Yeah.
which is perfect. It's spot on. Like go look up the original ending on YouTube, when you get a chance.
Okay, fuck it. Everyone's seen it, or if you're a horror fan, I mean, it's been 11 years now. How does this end? Does she fly into the thing, or does she spaz out? Which is the ending? Which is the actual theatrical ending?
She flies into the thing. Or wait, no,
And
no, no.
then
She kills him,
she kills him. Okay,
and then
so what happens in each of the endings? Because I remember her flying back, I remember her killing him, and then I remember her like her face being all fucked up, or maybe that was a different movie.
I think her face was fucked up in a different alternate ending.
Yeah,
Um, I think in this one it shows her grab the knife, and then you just hear him scream, and that's it. The original ending, I think, was what she said when she flies. I could be wrong, but I mean, she doesn't die in the film, so because she
I
comes
don't
back in
even
the second one.
I don't even know. Sorry about the coughing, but which one is we're watching on Prime right now? I have no idea. I can't even recall which one I saw in the theaters. I thought her face got fucked up in like a weird like satanic like freaky way, but I remember her flying back in the theater, killing the husband, and then I think she like looked at the camera and then like that's how it ended. The one I
Maybe
saw in the theater, I think. But
because that's what I think is really cool about the sequel. They're like, overlapping timelines, and she's like, at the end of part two, it's Katie. Katie's there also,
bro, part two, I mean,
and
we'll get to it, but when the husband is sitting on the couch, oh man, I'm getting watery.
I
I just think,
know that blew my
oh,
fucking mind, man.
she gonna hit him on the head with a frying pan, and she just snaps his fucking neck. I was like,
Yeah,
God damn, woo!
yeah. She should have
That
done that
was
after
one of.
she did it.
I was like, oh, this is like fucking what PG-13 or something. It might have been R, but I was like, this is a fucking bitch movie, and she's like, crack, and I love the way he falls too. He's just like, plop, and I'm just like, whoa, okay, yeah. The
See,
the basement shit at the end of that movie is just like, whoa.
what is this idiot thinking? Like, hey, we just had some hardcore demon shit go on. I'm gonna get a Ouija board.
Obviously, it's a horror movie, and it's a movie
Right,
nonetheless.
right,
But
right.
like, there are people like this in the world, and like, I'll socialize with them. But like, it's just like, how fucking stupid can you be?
I feel like it's the same type of person that would like pick up a rattlesnake and try to play with it or something.
It's the person, kids look this up, who would vote for Ralph Nader. That's who fucking that's
He
the
has a good chance of
person.
winning.
Yeah, yeah, it's got one. Yeah,
Go,
but
go Green Party.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, like I don't even. I mean, the past 2 years have been meh for me, but I'm trying to think like the last like found footage film I saw that was like really good or
Oh
just
yeah,
like or decent. I think Blair Witch was the last one I saw. I'm
really.
trying to think. Was Blair Witch the last one? I don't know.
I,
I can't remember.
I couldn't even tell you the last found footage movie I watched that you know horror related or not. This is when she
Yeah,
does the
man.
freaky shit.
This is when she goes full steam and Willie Beeman.
Yeah,
Fuck
she's just
this
looking
shit.
around, man. Oh my god.
I don't even want to watch this, man. Fuck you. This is your idea, Jay.
I'm only watching it because you're here with me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then how she rocks back because they speed up the video. Dude, the writers, I mean, they did a good job acting, but the writers and the director, I forgot who the director was for this movie, but they did like a phenomenal job. It's just so simple and so effective and oh my fucking god, there's a reason why I haven't watched these
The
movies more
shit,
than
like
like
the
two or three
shadow.
times.
Oh man, it's like this demon was trying to send a message to this guy. Like don't fuck with me. He just sat there and watched him for, I mean, however many hours it was. And who knows what's going on with her right now? Katie, are you down there, hon?
I feel like I'm gonna drop my fucking tablet when some crazy shit happens, even
Katie,
though I've
Katie, you down here,
notice
babe?
how it's always a chick though too. It's always your girlfriend, your grandma, like the bitch just smashing her head through a window and the happening, or
Yeah,
it's little fucking girls all the time, man. Women can't live with them, can't live without them. I swear to fucking God, Jesus
or
Christ.
like the grandmother in The Visit.
Oh,
She
fuck
was
that
creepy as
movie.
fuck.
That's one people shit on. A lot of people shit
I
on.
love that
I
movie.
Good movie. I love that movie.
Now, you and I are on the same page about a lot of that stuff because, I mean, hell, people can not like it all they want. It made a ton of money. Put M. Night Shyamalan back on the map.
Yeah, I want to see Split really bad. I haven't seen that one yet. I've
It's
heard it's
good.
great though. Yep.
I'm looking forward to the team up. Huh. Oh, what is she doing out here? What are you doing, babe?
Just sucking the neighbor's cock.
What do you want?
Fuck me good next time. It's like I just like I'm a psycho, but I movies like this make me like think if I had some like chick who like wasn't on the right meds or like more crazy than me, like her doing crazy shit like this, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be like, okay, I've actually been cured thanks to you, and now you're fucked up. Like, what do we do here? Do we need to go to a psychiatrist or what? But you know, demons or not, or just mental illness. Like, there's a point with anyone, but it's really bad when it's in the other sex, the opposite sex. It's like, you know,
Oh,
when you don't know if someone is truly batshit insane or you can trust them.
right.
That's some of the scariest shit of all time.
Hello? Pardon?
I was just kidding.
This guy's like not
Go.
intimidating at all. Yeah. What's
I'm
going
gonna spray
on?
barbasol on you, faggot. I love how the budget for this movie, it
Oh,
must have been like,
she's gonna be right there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. I'm just gonna look at my tablet and then try not to go cross-eyed. Um,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
oh fuck, I hate it. I fuck. But I love like during the end of the movie, they're just like, "Fuck, all right, how do we make this scene work?" And they just go get like a bunch of like baking powder and they just like throw it on the
yeah.
fucking like dough, just like
But it works. It works so well, you know?
yeah, for sure.
I thought it was kind of an odd choice with doing like the weird shaped footprints, but
At this point, when I'm in the theater, look at Samara. When I'm in the theater though, like with movies like this, I'm like, fucking, can it just be daytime already? God
yeah.
damn it. I'm like the opposite of Cole. I'm like, oh, I like seeing the sunrise. He's like, fuck that shit, you know. Just like,
Trying to remember what I saw recently when I was creeped out in the theater. I was by myself, I think, but I kept feeling like there was somebody behind me in the theater. So the whole time I was like, "What? What the fuck?"
that's me with every new like basically anything Juan touches, directs or produces, or writes or like co-writes. It's anything he does. That's kind of what it is for me now because like at least for found footage, Blair Witch kind of started it all. I love this franchise of six movies, but like Insidious 1, 2, and 3, I haven't seen 4 yet because I'm a fucking noob. But like Conjuring 1 and 2, like all those movies, like if I'm in the theater and it's like a matinee and it isn't completely empty and I'm the only one, there's like
Mhm.
there has to be like some like one other guy in the theater. And I'm like, okay, is this Aurora or are we like fine right here? Like I'm just like always looking around. One that was actually really creepy, and the movie's okay, but the first Sinister, that was
Yeah,
fun to watch in a theater alone. But yeah.
yeah. I don't really even remember Insidious 4. I know I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was that
But
movie Hereditary, man. That was a good one.
yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I just need to make like a list and just like have a bunch of shit I need to catch up on. But for this fall though, fuck, I'm missing out on shit. But Ouija board, of course, Ouija board. um, but for this fall at least, like Creed 2, I'm looking forward to. Isn't horror related. Venom kind of is, but not really. Got more comic book superhero-y. But Halloween, of course, that's the big one. And then and then there's Mandy, which is not really horror, but Nick Cage like chainsaw wielding maniac movie. That looks really cool. I don't know if that's gonna hit theaters or just be like on Shudder. And then there's one or other two movies. Oh, The Nun is coming out. I think that's actually coming out in August, isn't it?
Is that James Wan that's doing that?
I don't think he directed it. I think he's a producer. Like he didn't want to put his name behind it and make it completely like his own thing.
Is what's the other fella that he's been working with? That he co-wrote Saw with the guy who he actually starred in all the Conjuring movies as one of the
Oh,
investigators. Um,
I don't know his name, but the yeah, you know the
um,
guy, the husband, right?
Wynell. Shit, it's on the tip of my tongue. Lee Winnell, I think his name is.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was a writer. That was the guy.
Yeah, he's directed a few of those Juan, produced pictures. I thought Annabelle 2 was really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. First one was pretty legit.
I wasn't really a big fan of the first one. And Ouija 2 was really good, both by the same director as Annabelle 2. Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a cool
it's
effect.
on fire. Yep. You know that like behind the couch, there's like five guys with extinguishers, like those little like fire extinguishers. Cut. But yeah, yeah, I'm behind with a lot of the newer shit. I'm trying to think. What was there were some other movies that came out that just got a lot of buzz. Well, are you serious? Damn. Oh my god. Um,
You all right?
yeah, my battery's like almost dead on here, and and the charger's upstairs.
Oh man.
Uh,
Well, we're almost at the end here, so
yeah. Trying to think what the best thing would be to do. Maybe grab the charger and like just mute my mic or something. I don't know.
yeah,
But
that'd be fine. Whatever you want to do. So I'm trying to. It burns some shit into it, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, like Katie, look at what the demon did to my Ouija board.
And they're still there.
Yeah, they're still there. I know.
Like maybe this demon's good if he makes you get naked all the time.
Yeah.
No,
You think
I'm
she's
telling you this
pissed?
much, Katie. If you grab my balls and your voice sounds deeper than the guy in Camden, man. I'm fucking moving. Fuck that shit. Tony Todd. I'm out. All right. Well, we're memeing. We're dreaming. So lesson learned. Bring charger next time you're doing this.
It really wears that battery out, man. 1:25 a.m. I would not want to be alone with her. He's still like condescending and a prick. Like he deserved to die. No. Fuck off, Jonah.
And then, you know, as a guy, like we never know. It's like, is it that time of the month or is she possessed? It's the same thing basically. Like,
Uh, you got to think, is that her or is that the demon?
I don't know, but I'd be calling the whole fucking group of boys to men with all their big ass crosses coming up to the house. See, nowadays it'd be like paranormal, you fucked yourself or something, and it'd be like, why did I swipe left to this bitch? God damn it. It's like Tinder.
My
We met
favorite
on
color
Tinder
is
and she was
black.
really cool. Sorry, go ahead.
My favorite color is black. I really like to just tie knots in ball sacks.
I'm a big fan of pentagrams and I like Vincent Van. Pro tip from work, guys, with the ladies. It's cool if they're into cool shit like horror and metal, but like when it's like all like evil shit, you know, it's like maybe a warning sign. Just saying, you know, you don't want to have your dick like in the garbage disposal like that happened to that one guy. That'd be a bad way to go. Oh, and then you just bleed to death. Ooh. Metal chicks are cool, just like my friend says, but you know, there's a line. There's a line.
Yeah, exactly. Just got this bright light on these women. Hey, what's up, ladies?
So we're gonna have an orgy or what?
Blast
What do
this
you
LED
think?
in your face.
Yeah.
That's not all I'm going to be blasting in your face.
Oh, this is where it has the powder.
So I was thinking tonight when I shout "fuck you, demon," I'll put some baby powder out. Yeah, I'm with her. You've already established something's happening. You don't need to get any more evidence.
Honey, I know you've been acting weird, but do you really just have like a really bad infection or something, you know, like a rash? No, I'm just taking the shit and put it all over the place. Fuck it.
What
What's on sale?
what started all this? I don't even remember why this even started happening.
I think he just thinks shit's going on, obviously, and then he's seen the video and then he wants to know like where she's walking to, or like if there's where the demon is like the entity or spirit is like going.
So it just started like with some weird stuff happening, and he started
Yeah, I believe so.
taping it.
But I mean that's what the powder. That's what I meant. I thought you were referring
Oh, the
to.
powder. Yeah, no, I mean, like, when did the whole thing start? Like, I don't remember. Like, it's not like they bought like an ancient, something that brought a demon into the house.
I don't know. GoPros must have been like, like $7,000 back in
Yeah.
2000. So,
Now he would have like 6 GoPros strapped to his body.
yeah,
That's the way everything is. Like
especially if you
even
got a
like
Patreon.
yeah. Even like YouTube shows. Like you watch like a YouTube show about fishing. It's like a GoPro in every which direction. Is it like right it's right there?
This is one of those why do I like horror moments.
I feel the little hairs on the back of my neck, you know.
I feel like not enough oxygen is entering my body.
You know what? I've had enough of this bullshit. I'm gonna go tell this demon what I think. Hey buddy, get the fuck out of my house.
They just had somebody with a kid put on like Crocs and just walk around and shit. Just like customized Crocs.
It's
All
like
right,
some
Jimmy,
of
just
those
fucking walk around. This fucking film is gonna make it anyway. Maybe.
or like you remember those stupid shoes that the toes it just look like a sock. You could see the toes in it and everything.
Well, it's like they're more healthy for your, each individual toe. And I'm like, not if you look like a fucking dumbass.
Yeah. Well, not only do you have to buy special shoes, you have to buy special socks. That's how they get you.
People go overkill with a lot of shit, and I'm gonna go mute everything and mute my mic, turn my webcam off, or for the tablet, but I'm gonna grab the charger, so I'm here for the end. But people go overboard with that shit, like Under Armour. It's like, bro, you
Yeah.
sit in your recliner all day. You don't need Under Armour everything from head to toe, including underwear and socks. Like that. That's what I'm like. It's like, I don't know. So some people just are hilarious with like the shit they buy for like clothing and stuff.
Like Under Armour's like not even that great.
And it's not cheap either, and even the knockoff brands aren't cheap.
It's not cheap, but you can find it at like Ross and stuff, like
Yeah,
the discount stores.
but it's like, dude, you don't need a 7XL Under Armour T-shirt. It's like you're not gonna be walking
Bro,
anywhere anyway.
that's like a 7XL
It's
um
like,
uh, uh like the MMA shirts. I can't even think of one of the brands.
oh, like tap out or something,
Yeah.
or yeah. But
You
it's
have this in like an 8X.
the
What
only
the
thing
fuck
you're
are you
tapping
tapping
out is
out, bro?
the only thing you're tapping out is your fucking arteries right now. Go fucking walk around. But it's like, when Under Armour was getting big and they just like came out of nowhere, it was like protect this house. Remember the commercials?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like protect your fucking blood pressure right now.
I remember I always thought Under Armour was like really cheap, and then all of a sudden it like was everywhere. And then they started making shoes. I'm like, man,
I just remember early 2000s, man. They just came out of nowhere, and I was
yeah,
like, "What the fuck is this?" I thought they were a shitty brand at first, but like,
right. I
I
did
think
too.
like Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour are top three, and then kind of like Reebok's fall into fourth, even though they have
Yeah.
that deal with the UFC. But like, yeah, Under Armour just came out of nowhere.
I don't know. A few years ago, my kids wanted some Under Armour shoes, and I'm like, okay, cool. That'd be like what, $20?
Oh
Fuck
God,
no,
yeah,
they're the same price as a pair of Nikes.
yep,
And I always like this. This is something they really tied into the other movies.
yep.
Like, what the hell is that doing in the attic? And then you find out later on.
This series isn't Breaking Bad and not even close, but it's the writing is still pretty fucking amazing.
Man, was she like giving some sinister smile right there? I never noticed that before, but it
Uh,
was creepy.
I don't know, but my shit's gonna die, so I'm gonna just mute my shit and
Okay.
I'll be back. I think there's probably yeah,
There's
there's
like
like a well,
30
there's like
minutes left.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes left. So I'll be
Cool.
right back. Don't
Oh
pop
man.
out. All right, be a faggot.
All right. I just can't believe they're still there after this point. Mm. This guy is an idiot. I mean, what does it take for you to fucking leave? It's your fault. You had plenty of chances. She's got a point. I'm Team Katie. If I can make it till then, yeah, that's more realistic. Always in that witching hour too.
All right, sweating balls. I got the charger. All right, live and you learn. Holy fuck, it's so hot. Woo.
All right, the light came on. Footsteps climbing stairs.
I didn't want to leave you hanging. See, and if this says I'm not a good friend, then I don't know what the fuck does. Hey,
Um,
if you guys have UV codes,
yeah.
oh, wait, hang on. Let me reposition this a little bit. Guys, I got UV codes. Keep it creeper. uh,
Is that Atlanta Hawk shirt?
Capitals front running like a
I
mofo. On sale, on sale. Come on, give me some slack. Give me some slack.
was like, is that Cardinals, Hawks? What is that?
Nah. So I like about sports, they make fat guy shit. But fuck Golden State, even though I like Durant.
Eh,
I'm excited to watch LA this year. All right, we're in the nighttime though. We'll get back to this conversation.
we will.
Fucking sports fag. Just kidding. We like LGBT demons. We don't assume demons' gender. We don't look at their penis or their hooves.
Who's
Fine.
there? Pardon?
Now you tell me who's there right now. That was like the worst thing about the '80s. Stop playing around, guys. It's not funny. Like all these like low budget like slashers.
Like,
It comes with like a fucking predator machine gun and like a chainsaw, like
yeah.
one in each hand.
Got a problem, bro? Come at me.
Yeah, I do. That's what it would be like today. Bro, come at me.
Oh
Let me get out of
yeah.
this Skype call. 'Cause. 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 'Cause Did she just get drugged down the stairs? Oh no, 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 it's the okay,
That's coming
the
now. Something like that's coming. Oh man, it's freaking me out again.
Now there was Saw and then this, and they kind of ran simultaneously, but like
Look, he's on the bed, right? No,
soon he will be, I think, at one point.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But with all the found footage shit, there's been nothing that's like touched this, right? Like the Hostel films, they've never touched Saw in terms of like how like epic, but
Yeah.
I don't think there's been yeah.
I wonder what made more money, the Saw franchise or this franchise?
Box Office Mojo. Check it after the
I,
show.
I would I would bet Saw because those all actually went, to wide releases.
Yeah.
I know the marked ones went, and then Ghost Dimension didn't even play here. So I was pissed too because I wanted to see it.
Ghost Dimension. Yeah, something else was going on, and I think it was at my theater, but I just watched it on like Vudu or something. Stop talking
Oh,
about the other
okay.
films, you fucking loser. Jeez, can we concentrate on Paranormal Activity? This is why no one watches movies with you, Jay. Jesus Christ. Shit.
Like, what are you doing? Get in your car and fucking leave.
Yeah. This is the part. This isn't racist. I don't give a fuck. But this is when the black person's like, hell no, no, fuck this shit. Get the fuck out of there, you crazy bitch. This is like it's usually like a black chick. She's like 400 pounds. She's like, no, not today. Like she's like got the
I'm
pop
with them
flamethrower.
though. I
Yeah.
would have left like maybe possibly day one, probably day two.
Any movie that's almost related to this, mainly horror, though, just people's reactions in the theaters are just fucking hilarious. Like
Yeah.
whenever you see it, like oh my god, the first Insidious, fucking Darth Maul shows his face for the first time. It's like whoa, all right,
That's when it's really good to watch one of these in the theater, and I think that's why I have such fond memories of watching them because you get that crowd reaction. And it's not jump scare
yeah,
bullshit either. It's like true fear.
yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like Mama, like movies like that. It's just like it's all, yeah. There's some creepy images, but like it's so much on the soundtrack. You know. And it's like it's just more just stingers and like and the soundtrack that's and atmosphere wise there's not a lot of fear. It's just like yeah, if you turn the volume up to 15 Spinal Tap style, fucking of course you're gonna shit your pants. Like oh wow, that was scary and I ruptured my eardrum, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, they do not like Jonah or Micah. I think I've been calling him
No one
Jonah the whole
does.
time. Fucking
Jonah Hill sucks. Well, no, I'm just kidding. For his new Netflix series though with Emma Stone, he lost a shit ton of weight though. He's almost like
again.
someone else we know who's got like a big fat head and almost has a skinny body. But yeah.
You talking about Jonah Hill?
Yeah. Yeah, Jonah Hill and some other
Well, dude,
guy.
he lost a
Can't
lot of
remember.
weight, and then he got fat again, didn't he?
Oh no, he's skinny. Well, he did. There's this weird fucking science fiction series, and it's him and Emma Stone, and it's on Netflix. The trailer came
Really?
out like 2 days ago.
Oh, cool. I'll
Yep,
check that out.
he's pretty skinny. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I know he lost all that weight for that. I don't know. He did some dumb bullshit, but the movie with the baseball or whatever.
Oh,
Um,
Moneyball.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
he gained it all back like Wolf of Wall Street. He was fat again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting my timelines mixed up.
Roughly the same time. That was like 12, 13, if I remember
That
correctly.
maybe before he started losing.
Also, with these movies, like she's in the front of the TV now, and they're just like, "Why are we still here?" It's like, I don't know. And just like acting like completely fucking stupid. But
This guy's like,
this
I'm
is
getting
the
the
part.
fuck out of here.
But one of the worst things about that I dislike about these movies, not that it's bad, but that like scares the shit out of me. It's always the corner shots. It's like, what's around this girl? Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's five
yeah,
million kids and they're all fucking tiki torches and they're gonna light you on fire. It's like Children of the
yeah.
Corn in your house. Yeah.
There's a good way to do that too.
But that's like why Juan is so good. It's like they're gonna cut a corner, and that's when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna inhale the soda. This Pepsi tastes delicious, and then I'm like, okay, and you're just like waiting.
Well,
Like, is there
they
anything in?
milk that that suspense for all it's worth before they actually do a reveal, if they do one at all. Look, see this guy. I love that shit. This guy walked in the door, walked right the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's a smart man right there, and he's still alive.
He's like, I don't have life insurance. I called the guy. I told the guy, no, today. Why did I do that? I'm going to Applebee's. Fuck this shit. He goes to just
He walked
Chili's
in,
or
he's
some
like,
shit.
"This is some serious shit. I'll see you guys later." I think that's so funny.
Yeah.
But Zombie Fan 100 says that the producers of this film had rented out the house for porn. So that's the fun fact.
So like they could pay their bills or something.
I guess just like to make extra money while they were making the movie. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So they like they rented or they already own the house and then they just like rented it out so
I
pornos
guess
could get
yeah.
made.
It's like
Or like, what's in your pants? This fucking demon. Like,
Biff, 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 Biff.
a dilf. No, not that. I know what that means, but anyways, that was
Uh,
wrong. That was wrong.
then just pulls her the fuck out. Oh man, I love it. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own opinion, but people who say they don't like this franchise, I've just never understood why. Like, yeah, it's a lot of it's repetitive and that's found footage in a nutshell, but like, it's I don't know. I just think they're really well executed, and I love it. Oh, the light, fuck that shit. That's not a clapper. That's not clap on, clap off. Fuck that shit. Hope stomp on, hope stomp off. Fuck that shit.
Oh, I think this is when it gets on the bed, isn't it? Hey, buddy, you get out of here.
It'd be great to just see a movie like this, like that's already established, and like right now you just see like Leprechaun and Chucky run through the door, like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Party!" Chucky runs in with a knife. Runs in with like a shillelagh. Fucking
I watched this really good movie, or let me just tell you about it first. It's on Prime, and I think that's the only place it is. It's it's called Bad Ben, and this guy does a similar type movie like this, but it's Bad Ben, The Mandela Effect.
yeah.
And I would say check it out because it's actually pretty well done. You know, super cheap movie, but there's a couple of things in it that are just stupid. Like, why did he leave that in? That is, yeah, that's the last found footage movie I saw. Watched that like a month ago or so.
What's it called again? And then where'd you see it?
Bad Ben, The Mandela Effect. It's on Prime.
That's the whole title. Bad Ben Mandela Effect.
Yeah, you'll be able to find it. I was
Was
just like
there
searching
like
around on Prime, and I'm like, wonder what this is, and um,
I'm pretty
it's
sure the Blair Witch prequel remake thingy where like his brother goes looking. I think that was the last big one. I'm trying to think of any, and it didn't have to be theatrical, but just one that had like a lot of buzz around it, whether it was good or bad. I'm pretty sure it was that movie. I'm not sure though, and that's also on Prime too.
is that the Blair Witch remake or
Yeah,
prequel
the
or
remake.
whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah, they had some really good marketing behind that by like not telling you what it was until it virtually was out already. It like had some alternate title, which makes you wonder if that was intentional or not. I don't know. And did that go to theaters or was that just straight to video?
Blair Witch did because I remember Raiho did a review, and I just couldn't get to the theater at that time, but I wanted to go, but I missed out like a scrub nub.
Yeah, I think I was gonna go, and everybody was like, "Man, it's terrible." So I just skipped it.
And when everyone says that, it doesn't draw me away from a horror movie or a movie in general, but especially for horror, I'm like I have to see it for myself in the theater. This part, I was like, fuck. I like wasn't really watching in the theater. I was like, fuck this. That part where they zoom in.
Right, right.
I was like looking at my popcorn bag. That like
Yeah,
half a second was like the first time I actually saw that part after her face. No, well, it's in my popcorn. Oh, my kernels. Damn it. No,
yeah.
okay.
I
Well,
was that way at the end of
okay.
Hereditary, man.
Yeah,
It just stays amped up, in suspense for so long. It's like, oh shit, I just want it to be over.
yeah.
But it's a really good movie. Like the
Which one
last
is
20 minutes of that movie are pretty hardcore.
like I want to see the one that was shot with the iPhone, whatever that's called.
Oh yeah,
Unsane.
yeah.
And there's the one where like there's a house in the basement's like a third dimension or something. There's that one. I haven't seen that one. There's Hereditary. There's another one that's supposed to be good. Yeah, there's a lot I need to watch. I'm slacking hardcore. And then with the new franchise movies, like I've seen Leatherface, the second one, but I haven't seen the new Hellraiser or the new Hatchet. And
Me either.
Hellraiser I want to see, but the new Hatchet I just kind of want to see so it'll up my chance to commit suicide higher, like it'll up the percentage.
I've heard some people say the new Hellraiser is okay.
Yeah, Piz liked it, and
I
I
just
mean I've seen the other nine, so I might as well watch the new one.
I just don't want to. I don't. If Doug Bradley's not in it, I don't want to watch it.
The one before this was so bad though. Oh my God, Fat Pinhead.
It was like Crowbar Pinhead.
Yeah, I just don't
The
know since it's like daytime coming up here. But oh, never mind. Just kidding. I'll get back to
Yeah, Psych. I think this is the last night, isn't it?
that. I'm not sure. What's the timestamp? Oh, see the shadow in the door.
Oh fuck! Oh
Yeah,
shit! Wonder how they filmed that. Oh man! Oh my gosh! That is so creepy.
this is where you're like, I don't know if we have enough money for a Super 8, but we're going. Just let's go. It's fine. Oh, so you allow pets? Okay, what about demons? Okay, well, fuck it, we're staying here anyway. John, you're gonna have to listen. Is this where she comes flying into the thing? She pushes him, or is it the
No,
next
I'm
night?
sorry. This must not be the last night. We've got like 15 minutes left, so
I love how they count up though. It's always like, and this movie kind of made it big, but they did it in a few movies before this. Obviously, it wasn't the originator. But like when they're like, how many days are they gonna do? And like some movies they'll do like like 90 days. It's like a
all
fucking P90X weight loss horror movie. It's like day 50. They're still alive and he's jacked.
right. He's jacked AF.
Halloween P90X H2O.
Yeah. It's fucked up. Look, this next Halloween movie, I'm going to predict it now. It's going to get moderate to mixed reviews. It's going to do
Yep.
really fucking well, and they're not going to ever make another one.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope it does as well as you said it does, and then someone does another Friday the 13th, and then they make another Halloween. I just want a Nightmare. I'm not that big on leather. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They just keep making sequels anyway, even though I like it more than Nightmare. I rank fourth, Texas I rank three, and then Halloween and Friday are one and two for me, like pretty much
Right.
tied. But I don't know. I'd like to see the franchises not die and just be like 007, just sequels all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to do that with all those, except nightmare. Um, I mean, I don't know what they need to tell them that they can make money off of another Friday the 13th franchise. The problem is they just want to spend too much damn money making it, and I just don't understand it. Like, just go back to the '80s formula because it's still going to make money in the theater. There's enough fans of that franchise. I mean, like, just how well the
People,
game
I
is
don't
sold,
understand.
you know?
Like I call it the big four, even though it's referred to as the big three. But anytime there's a sequel, even if it's like Leatherface, the second one, the newest one, is a pretty shitty movie, but I still like seeing,
Yeah,
something in that universe being
sure.
made
I
again.
agree with
So
that.
the people who are like, I'm a diehard Friday or Halloween fan, they're like, but I just wish it would have ended at, part eight. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I don't understand.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm like you. All the Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw movies. I mean, they're not great, but they're not the worst thing in the world either. I think really one of those prequels are probably the worst. The whatever the prequel that came out after the remake, that's probably the worst one.
Since we're in the day and we saw the cross getting burnt in the fireplace, going back before we hit like the oh, this is completely fucked up, as if it already isn't bad enough in this movie, but we get to the final let's but what's funny about the TCM movies is like other franchises have like really hot chicks, but the remake had Jessica Biel. The beginning had Jordana Brewster, and then the one with the rapper dude in it, the one after that, Texas Chainsaw 3D, had Diodario, Alexandra Diodario. So like, oh shit, I think we lost Jay. Fuck, that's loud.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
back.
we're Gucci. We're back. But anyway, the first three movies since the remake, it's amazing how it was Beale, Brewster, and Diodario. Like those three chicks, I think are smoking hot.
Sure.
So even though those movies aren't the greatest, even though I can still enjoy them, and the first two are okay, but Texas Chainsaw 3D is just like okay, well we'll get back to the same. The way she gets
This
out
is
of
the
bed,
last night, right?
that's gotta be, dude. The way she got out of bed, fuck that shit,
It
dude.
looks. They had to film that in reverse. It looked way too weird.
Yeah.
It looked like her limbs were moving like independent of her body.
It's times like these where I'm like, why am I a horror fan? Got the
Uh,
Samara look going on, except she's got huge tits.
I've yeah.
I forgot how she actually kills him. What, does she just stab him? We'll find out.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, but I hate the fast forwarding. Oh my god.
Always around 3. She's gonna go downstairs and scream. He's gonna go down there, and then he's gonna scream, and he's gonna get thrown into the camera.
And I remember her making a weird face. Was that?
I don't
No, I
remember.
think he gets thrown into the camera, and this is the theatrical version. And then she like makes like a really fucked up face, and it's a jump scare. And I think
Maybe.
that was the yeah. I'm pretty sure this is how this ends. So here
Oh man.
I have my like TV hell loud, but it's still I mean hell low, but it's still really loud the screaming. So I think it's those two things happen in order. I don't even think I've seen the alternate ending where she kills him, or well, like in the bed at least.
She's coming back upstairs.
Okay. All right. So he's dead.
He's dead.
And then
Yeah,
a
they
weird
filmed that
twist.
in reverse, right? I had to.
I think a lot. This half of this movie was in reverse. And then here's the fucked up face.
He smells delicious.
God, I hate these fucking jump scares. God damn it. Brace yourself. Here we go.
Uh,
It was way more effective in the theater. How could you not like that movie? This franchise, I can understand, but of course you got the credits, or I mean the text.
sure. Look, I want you to go look at the. Do you have YouTube pulled up?
Do I have what?
A YouTube?
I can't. Well, I mean I could get my phone, but I'm just kind of chilling in the hangout right now. I can't really hold everything. But yeah.
I'm gonna pull up the original ending then, and oh, there's a few. Okay, there's a few alternate endings.
I remember the DVD I still have, which is when it first came out. I think it had two or three endings. I don't remember though.
Okay, I've got the sound going here.
All right, I'm gonna get another movie or end it. I mean, I'm going to stop the playback. Whew.
So yeah, it looks like in all three, she gets up and stares at him for a long time. Okay,
Are they all
I'm
side?
seeing.
Here on Amazon, it says it has a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. I think that's at least a 7. And I call me crazy, but I'd say it should even be almost a 7.5.
Huh. The scream is terrible. So it looks like they all kind of start with the scream, like she walks downstairs and screams, and then he runs after her.
Okay, on Amazon it says it was 2009. I don't know what IMDb says, but
Oh, I don't think that's right.
I think was it getting previewed at like festivals and like only in major cities in 2008, and then it was mass released in 2009, or was it 7 with the indie shit and then 8 it got its big release?
Maybe you're right,
Um,
man. Maybe they released it with that original stuff, and then they re-released it with at a wider audience.
well, yeah, I mean you remember the campaign, but I thought the campaign and all the Sundance and Tribeca and all that shit was like 2007, the year I graduated high school, and then 2008 it went live, but it might have been 8 and 9.
Yeah, I just know on IMDb it says 7. That's the only reason I assumed that was it.
Oh, okay. So the actual year it says 2007.
Yeah,
Okay.
just watching these
Well,
endings.
Prime is fucked up with dates, and even Netflix is sometimes too.
Yeah,
Especially descriptions are like, Rambo wanders off into the jungle and makes friends with tigers. And I was like, no, that's not what happens in Rambo Part Two. But that sounds right though. Yeah, at 2007 it was indie, and then 2008 everyone was like, I gotta see this movie, and everyone was talking about it.
right. All right, cool. Do you want me to describe these endings to you?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so you saw the theatrical, right? And
Yeah, that's the only one I saw, which was the theatrical, and that's everything from that movie. Every scene was from the movie theater. So continue. Yeah.
Okay, so the other two go exactly like that. She goes downstairs, screams, he runs after her, and then um, the the original ending was, he screamed, like he got killed, and then it fades black, and then as the sun comes up, you see her sitting on the floor next to the bed, just kind of rocking.
Yeah.
And there's a phone call, and they leave a message on the voicemail saying something, and I don't really remember what that was, but
So there's a phone call and there's a voicemail on the phone that's in the bedroom, right?
yeah, yeah. And it's something like, "Hey man, there's some freaky shit going on," or something like that, from somebody they
It's
know.
the guy like the fancy coat. He's like, "Well, you
Yeah,
guys are probably
it
dead."
may be. Yeah,
No, no, he's like, "Well, you guys are probably dead, but I hope it's going well." Anyways, Johnny has a party at 5 if you want to come by. Even chick starts smiling and like orders a cake on like Amazon. Just like she wants
and I think that's the one that
to-
Spielberg saw.
Okay,
And
the
I
one
don't
where
know
she
if
was
he wanted
rocking.
to leave it open at the end or something, but the alternate ending was, he runs downstairs, gets killed, and she goes back upstairs and slits her throat.
Slits her own throat.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
then
Yeah, the
rolls
way you were
credits.
describing it when we were talking about like the middle of the movie, the mid part was like I thought like she just like stood over him and stabbed him, and I know that I didn't see that in the theatrical version, so
Right.
I was what you're referring to, but now I know though. So, but yeah, yeah, I guess it has a 6.3 out of 10, unless that's wrong on Amazon because I'm not on the IMDb webpage, but I'd say it's at least a 7. I'd push it as high as a 7.5, honestly,
Sure.
but I'd say 7.5 is a cap though. I mean, it's good, but it's not 7.6.
I think people always kind of they don't want to rank horror movies as high as other movies, but I mean it's a well-made movie. It's really well done storytelling, in my
No, all
opinion.
the shit. I mean, what the 4 or 5 actors and actresses they had, having no money. But then it's not even that they had no money. The best thing about like all the films we mentioned is there's no money, but then all the shit looked amazing anyway. Like when Jaws was like, "I can't work, and I'm a fucked up shark." And it's like,
Right.
and
But
there's that fucking 3 hour documentary about that shit.
the whole thing about that though is, yeah, the shark didn't work, but he made it work, and it turned out better in the long run than it probably would have if the shark did work, which is
Yeah.
is really cool in my opinion.
But like, yeah, you had Blair Witch. I mean, and then this was the big impact movie, and then there was 6 total in the franchise. I'm just trying to think of like any other found footage films that were like even on the same level as Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch.
I don't think so.
Are there any? I feel like I'm forgetting one, but I just can't. Fuck. Um, Apollo 18, no, or whatever it
Yeah, I
was,
mean
11.
none that really established a franchise.
No, but even ones that could stand alone by themselves. I'm just trying to think real quick, like out of all the found footage shit I've seen. I don't think there is. I mean, you have the PA franchise and then Blair Witch, the first one. But yeah. But for current age shit, I haven't seen. I mean, Unfriended 2 is just in the theaters, but I liked the first one. I thought it was pretty good. That was a weird theater going experience for me. I literally was up for like 30 hours, and then like I somehow didn't pass out in the theater and drank 2 like
Yeah.
massive Diet Pepsis, and like somehow just stayed awake, got home, and just crashed. But that was like there's nothing special to it, but I thought that was a really well done movie. Um, and then one that like I couldn't even rate it on like I couldn't find it on Letterboxd, and then I couldn't rate it on IMDb because I couldn't find it, and it was like kind of half found footage and kind of half not found footage, and it was called like The Den, I think, and it's like has to do with like finding people on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
computer. Yeah, and then it's like a cult thing at the end. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert. Not that it's a masterpiece anyway, but I thought The Den was pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, the only
And
thing that
then you
ever
have
made it past like one movie, like we've got Wreck, right? Which I think Wreck is probably a good,
oh yes, yeah,
companion.
yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah. For the first, I mean, I like the whole franchise, even though the fourth one's meh. But
Yeah,
and the box it's gonna be epic coming out here, even though I'm fucking broken, can't afford it right now. But um, the first two are amazing. I
yeah.
love, especially the. Oh my God! Actually, to be completely honest, I've seen all four Recs, and I haven't seen either of the Quarantines or just the first Quarantine. I don't even know if there's a sequel.
There is.
But yeah. I mean, I just Rec got a bunch of buzz from the YouTube movie community, which are a lot of the guys who are probably subbed to your channel and who might see this if they want to kill themselves. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, don't do that. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I never saw Quarantine or the second one if they even made one. I just put so much buzz around Rec. I remember I got the disc in the mail from Netflix and it was like barely playable, like a fucking DVD that had seen like literally been to hell and back. And yeah, and then I watch it and just like they're like, "Wow, look, you're a fire crew, and we're gonna go investigate this apartment thing that has a fire." And then they get locked in, and it's like, "You cannot get locked in here." Like I can't say it in Spanish, but like, and then yeah, dude, the big like infected creature thing in that movie's oh my god,
Yeah.
that's creepy as fuck. But yeah, I guess it's yeah, Blair Witch, PA, the franchise, and then the Rec series. Those are probably the
I
big
mean,
three.
not many things even made it past one movie, you know. Even
Yeah.
even good movies, you know, they didn't make another one.
And then like we talked about PA, and we'll get to the others. We should probably just do the first Blair Witch and all the Rec movies while we're at it too. But
Sure.
do all the fucking represent rep yo city, rep your FP VOD fucking found footage movie. But the first Rec was amazing, and everyone knows the plot, you know, because a lot of people seen Quarantine. Second one was cool because it kind of showed you what was going on the outside, you know, and then leading into the building. And then the third one and the fourth one aren't that great, but like the third one with the wedding in Spain, and then the fourth one on the boat, like
Yeah.
they're still passable movies to me.
I thought they were
You
good,
know?
yeah. I thought all
Yeah,
of them were good.
yeah, but
It
yeah,
really
it's
goes a
it's
different
great.
direction when it takes like the religious aspect in part two.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm a huge horror movie, foreign horror movie fan, and yeah, I completely forgot about Rec. But yeah, I guess those would be the big three franchises, even though Blair Witch isn't really a franchise for the most part.
And like Grave Encounters, you know, they made two of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
And you know, despite what people say, I thought the first one was actually a really good independent movie. The second one, from what from how good they executed the first one, the second one, man, that was a bad fucking movie. That was one where I was like, I want to turn it off so bad, but and then the first one they took everything from Paranormal Activity, Wreck, and Blair Witch and wrapped it up with way less of a budget. And
yeah.
you know, you see the outside of the mental hospital, and they go in and they're like, "Oh, we can't get out. Oh my God, what's going on, Mindy?" And they're like, you know, but I think Grave Encounter. Like, I don't know what the budget was, but I think that was the last decent one I saw. Even though that there were ones after that, like the Apollo one was better, and fuck, I know I'm just blanking on so many, I can't think of them, but
Did you ever see Creep or Creep 2 on Netflix?
it's just called Creep.
Creep, yeah. It's got
Yeah,
Mark Duplass is the main guy, the guy from The League. I don't know if you ever watched that.
the fantasy football show.
Yeah.
I've seen the first season of that, but I haven't seen the Creep or Creep 2.
Yeah, they're both good. You know, low
But
budget.
oh yeah, yeah. The second one sucks dick, but Last Exorcism, I think that's fucking amazing. Where they go
Mhm.
like down to like what is it like Louisiana,
Yeah.
and then like I remember the preacher in the beginning of the movie. He's like, you know, I'm trying to help people, but I'm kind of like retired now, or I'm kind of gonna kind of like wind down, kind of like Danny Glove, you know, like Murtaugh status.
Too
And
old
then
for
they
this
they
shit.
go
Yeah.
they go and just shit hits the fan. I think that's a really good movie too. Like I think Last Exorcism is way better than Grave Encounters, but those are two that I mean horror buffs have seen, like horror movie fans, but like not your average movie fan have seen.
Right. It's been a long time since I've seen The Last Exorcism.
Yep. I
Long
saw it
time.
that was another one. I saw both of those in the theater, the
Mhm.
first and the second one. Haven't seen them since. I actually own
Oh,
the first one on Blu-ray just because I liked it so much.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like a lot of those, man. Like Devil's Due.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Devil's Due. The one underground in London.
Uh,
Upside King. What the?
yeah.
As above, so below. As
Yeah,
above, so
yeah.
below. Yeah, Devil's Due. I mean, I can see why people hate it, but that and As Above, So Below, I like those. The Apollo one wasn't that great because they're in space and there's not much interaction.
Right.
But I thought that one was passable. The Bigfoot one I thought was pretty decent.
What about The
Craven
Devil
Counter,
Inside?
The Devil Inside. That's the one where the chick has the cross on her lip, right? On the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And then you have oh my God. Not ABCs of Death, but VHS movies. I like
Yeah.
all three of those. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. All three VHSs are awesome. The first two are specifically good, but the third one's like meh. But
It's not
no,
as
I mean for sorry, go ahead.
I would say not as good as the first.
Well, the first two, the first
Yeah.
VHSs I thought were great, and then the third one is just another one of those passable films. You know, it's just like I don't know, whatever the worst Paranormal Activity is in your opinion. I guess I'm still here. I just have to open water before I die. Hang on.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits, man.
Okay, well this is good, and I know we're on Jay's channel, and Jay's way more busier than me because I'm a bum and he's not, as you can see. But I mean, I'm down to just do a bunch of found footage or just do random movies, but I don't know. I think we're the not OGs, but we're the Avengers and Defenders and whatever fucking superhero group there is of found footage films for TSF. I don't think
Yeah.
because I know Cole hates them. Piz, I mean, if it's good, he likes it. And then I'm trying to think who
I know
Cameron
one guy in
and
particular who really hates him. That's Rambo.
oh Rambo, yeah. Well, he's one of the like yeah, he's shit on all these movies throughout the years, and I've been front row for all of them. Like, oh
Yeah.
look, it got uploaded 5 minutes ago. But but yeah, I mean, my shit works. I think what are you using a laptop currently?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we got the
Yeah,
setups work,
it works. Yeah.
and I don't know how many of you guys will stick through this till the end and watch the whole thing and sync up the movie by yourself or with some of your friends. But we might have something else in a spin-off show coming. But
Yeah.
Jay will let you guys know.
Should be fun.
But yeah, this was a good time, and yeah, we'll probably, I guess, just do this franchise first, and
Yeah.
we'll figure out a way, and we'll let you guys know a little bit earlier. We was just there was different things that came up for me and Jay, and that's why this was kind of spur of the moment.
Yeah.
But
Try to do
but
maybe
yeah,
a few a week, or at least one or two a week, maybe.
yeah, that sounds good. And then TSF should be coming back in the fall, but we're gonna see date wise what's going on with that. But yeah, man, this was your idea. Thanks for making this whole thing happen. And
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching,
yeah,
guys. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can make this sort of a usual thing. And everybody have a good one. Thanks for watching.